The glitz of the entertainment world often blinds us to the silent storms raging behind the velvet curtains. But tonight on Update X 24 Hours, the illusion crumbles completely as we pull back the veil on a story that was never meant to be told. Imagine standing at the absolute peak of your career, adored by millions, only to realize that the very spotlight guiding you is actually a cage designed to control your every move. This is the shocking reality that surrounded the sudden and mysterious balcony incident of the beloved star Yu Menglong in Shanghai, an event officially brushed off as an unfortunate personal struggle, but whispered by insiders to be something far more calculated. What the public completely missed was a hidden connection that stretches all the way to the legendary icon Jackie Chan, who allegedly operated a secret protective network to shield young talents from the intense pressures of the industry. Get ready, because this is not your typical celebrity update, but a deeply moving journey into a secret alliance, an unexpected betrayal, and the powerful awakening of an artistic revolution that will change the way you look at stardom forever. Every spectacular performance we witness on screen carries a price. Yet for the golden boy Yu Menglong, that price began to demand his very peace of mind as he navigated the hidden complexities of modern contracts and corporate control. Behind his flawless smile and relentless dedication lay a grueling reality of ceaseless hours under the lights, demanding schedules, and an invisible web of executive influence that quietly dictated who was allowed to shine and who was left in the shadows. Insiders suggest that when an artist chooses to stand up for their creative independence, the machinery of the industry reacts swiftly, orchestrating silent blacklists and subtle public relations campaigns designed to keep them compliant. The true turning point occurred during an exclusive private gathering in a high-rise penthouse, an event meant to celebrate achievement, but which instead became an intense arena of psychological pressure, where long-standing artistic disagreements finally reached a breaking point. Sources familiar with the situation whisper that the sudden fall from the balcony was not a random act of despair, but the tragic culmination of a system pushing a brilliant creator far past his physical and emotional limits. As shockwaves rippled across social media platforms like Weibo, a single legendary name began to surface in strictly monitored discussions, pointing directly to Jackie Chan and his rumored role as a silent mentor to vulnerable stars. The global icon, celebrated for his unbreakable spirit, had allegedly noticed the raw determination in Yu Menglong years earlier, taking him under his wing during a private training session in a quiet Hong Kong gymnasium. The veteran performer had reportedly delivered a stark warning that the true danger in the entertainment business does not come from performing high-risk physical stunts, but from the powerful figures controlling the cameras, who often seek to own an artist's identity rather than just cultivate their talent. This mentorship quickly evolved into a sophisticated underground network of industry veterans who quietly pooled their resources and legal expertise to protect the younger generation from unfair exploitation and restrictive lifetime agreements. However, this noble endeavor faced a devastating blow when a highly trusted producer within their inner circle reportedly compromised the plan, sharing critical information with a powerful media conglomerate in exchange for a stake in a major global film franchise. To truly understand the massive scale of this situation, one must look at how modern media platforms operate as digital fortresses, where information is carefully curated to maintain a pristine image of harmony. When the news of the Penthouse incident first broke, millions of fans worldwide noticed an almost instantaneous disappearance of related hashtags, deleted comments, and sudden account suspensions affecting anyone who questioned the official narrative. This aggressive digital cleanup only fueled the public's desire for the truth, prompting independent tech collectives and dedicated analytical groups to investigate the anomalies. These groups discovered that the digital footprint of that fateful evening had been systematically altered using advanced algorithmic suppression, a clear sign that a powerful entity was desperately trying to keep the public from looking closer. Amidst this digital warfare, an unexpected source emerged from within the high-end venue itself. An employee who managed to preserve a fragment of encrypted security footage that contradicted the heavily promoted timeline. This raw footage showed a sequence of events that suggested a highly stressful confrontation took place just moments before the tragedy, challenging the narrative of a peaceful gathering and proving that the atmosphere inside the suite was far from celebratory. The psychological impact of this event sent shockwaves through the entire creative community, prompting other high-profile figures to subtly signal their support for Yu Menglong through symbolic gestures on public platforms. Many artists began sharing cryptic imagery of broken chains, muted colors, and historical quotes about resilience, creating a silent language of solidarity that corporate censors found incredibly difficult to track or suppress. This quiet rebellion quickly gained momentum, transforming from a scattered series of social media posts into a unified cultural phenomenon that captured the attention of international media outlets. For the first time, global audiences were forced to confront the harsh realities faced by their favorite stars, realizing that the glamorous lifestyle portrayed on television often demands the total surrender of personal autonomy and artistic expression. The narrative of the golden boy who chose to break his silence rather than endure continued restriction resonated deeply with everyday people, drawing powerful parallels to the universal struggle for freedom and dignity in the workplace. This profound emotional connection turned a localized celebrity scandal into a worldwide movement for systemic reform, uniting diverse communities across geographical and cultural divides. Meanwhile, behind the scenes of this unfolding drama, the legendary Jackie Chan was reportedly dealing with immense institutional pressure as major financial stakeholders urged him to maintain his public silence to protect long-term international investments. The icon's global empire, built on decades of hard work, philanthropy, and cross-cultural collaboration, found itself at a critical crossroads where any public statement could have massive legal and financial repercussions. Despite these massive stakes, close associates whispered that the veteran martial artist was deeply affected by the situation, spending sleepless nights coordinating with legal experts and independent investigators to ensure that the truth would eventually prevail. Rather than engaging in a direct public confrontation that would trigger immediate corporate retaliation, the strategy shifted toward a brilliant legal and digital counteroffensive designed to dismantle the oppressive network from its very foundation. This approach involved the creation of a secure digital vault where decades of industry data, financial irregularities, and testimonies from exploited creators could be safely archived away from the reach of corporate hackers. As the independent investigation deepened, groundbreaking details began to surface regarding the sophisticated medical and legal protocols that were initiated in the immediate aftermath of the balcony incident. Independent forensic analysts examining smuggled medical admission records and transport logs highlighted glaring inconsistencies that suggested a highly organized operation was underway to misdirect public attention. Rumors began to circulate within elite circles that a meticulously selected stand-in may have been utilized during the initial emergency response to confuse onlookers and buy precious time for the key organizers to remove sensitive documentation from the Penthouse. During these critical and chaotic hours, the true Yu Menglong was allegedly transported under maximum security to a private, state-of-the-art medical facility specializing in advanced neurological recovery and long-term rehabilitation. In this secluded sanctuary, surrounded by a dedicated team of trusted medical professionals who refused to be intimidated by external corporate pressure, the resilient young actor began his long and arduous journey toward physical healing and spiritual renewal. It was during this intense period of isolation that the true strength of Yu Menglong's character became undeniable, as he transitioned from a vulnerable victim of a broken system into the ultimate mastermind of a digital revolution. Utilizing a secure satellite-linked communication device provided by his trusted inner circle, the recovering star successfully bypassed regional firewalls to connect with a global network of independent investigative journalists and digital human rights advocates. Together, they prepared for the launch of the Motherlode, a massive, unredacted digital archive containing thousands of encrypted files, video testimonies, financial transaction records, and private communications that exposed the inner workings of the entertainment machine. When this archive finally detonated across anonymous, decentralized servers worldwide, it instantly bypassed traditional media censorship, making the information permanently accessible to anyone with an internet connection. The sheer volume of verified data was so overwhelming that it immediately paralyzed the public relations departments of major conglomerates, rendering their traditional damage control methods completely useless. The historical impact of this unprecedented data release was felt immediately across the entire global entertainment landscape, as millions of passionate fans transformed into an organized, proactive community dedicated to creating systemic change. This massive collective energy inspired the creation of the historic Reckoning Initiative, a revolutionary, decentralized platform designed to provide comprehensive legal defense funds, professional mental health support, and independent financial backing for creators worldwide. This innovative platform allowed artists to completely bypass traditional restrictive talent agencies, enabling them to produce high-quality, meaningful content funded directly by their audiences through transparent blockchain technology. The traditional power structures that had controlled the creative industry for generations suddenly found themselves completely obsolete, as audiences voted with their attention and resources to support independent, ethical storytelling. The movement successfully sparked a global dialogue about the importance of mental health, fair compensation, and human rights within the creative arts, setting a brand new standard for how talent should be treated and respected. As the corporate empire began to hemorrhage financial support and major international sponsors quickly withdrew their funding from exploitative distribution networks, a sense of hope and renewal swept through the artistic community. The inspiring story of Yu Menglong's resilience and Jackie Chan's quiet, strategic guidance became a powerful symbol of victory over seemingly insurmountable institutional odds, proving that truth and unity will always triumph over control and suppression. Today, the entertainment landscape stands completely transformed, filled with vibrant, independent voices who are finally free to create, inspire, and connect with their audiences on a truly authentic level. The brave sacrifice of those who chose to speak up has successfully broken the multi-generational cycle of silence, opening the door for a bright, empowering future where art is celebrated as a pure expression of the human spirit, rather than just a corporate asset. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on Update X 24 Hours to explore the incredible resilience of these artists. And if you believe in supporting creative freedom and uncovering the truth, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and leave your thoughts in the comments below, as we look forward to bringing you more inspiring stories in our next video.